All right, shalom, shalom. It's Brother Tazadak, Hero Israel. And as always, before I get started, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mekakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Today we're going to go into Hosea chapter 1, going into the Hebrews, so Lord willing, you're edified. Giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mekakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Now let's get right into it, right? Um, let's go into the prologue, see what we can get out of that, see what we can glean out of that. And actually, let's look up the prophet Hosea. Hosea, Wikipedia. Hosea. Okay. Chapter 1, prologue, Bible Hub. Right, so it says the Hebrew Bible, Hosea, meaning salvation. If you read Hawashai, also known as OC. I didn't click on that. I don't know why that popped up. Son of Beri was an 8th century BCE prophet in Israel and the nominal primary author of the book of Hosea. So he is the first of the 12 minor prophets, yada, yada, yada. It says, Hosea is often seen as a prophet of doom, right? But underneath this message of destruction is a promise of restoration. So his ministry was 60 years. He was a prophet of the northern kingdom. So it says he was the only prophet of Israel left any written prophecy, right? So his ministry was in the northern kingdom of Israel, and he was a native. So he prophesied to the northern kingdom. And that's pretty much it for that, right? So Hosea chapter 1. So Hosea's wife and children, right? Right. The wife represents uh, the nation of Israel. The children, which scriptures call them children of whoredoms, it's talking about the acts that the nation of Israel did, right? The various forms of spiritual adultery which they committed against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Which he's told them here, go take a prostitute as your wife and have children of adultery because his land is flagrantly prostituting itself by departing from the Lord, right? So that's not speaking on prophetic word, although it does apply to today, but it's speaking on back then, right? Now his ministry is focused on Northern Kingdom, but there's prophecies that are applied to the whole nation in these last days, right? So let's get right into it. I mean, because towards the end, right here, it says, "Yet the number of the Israelites will be like the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured or counted. And it will happen in the very place where it was said unto them, You are not my people, they will be called sons of the living power." So let's get right into it, all right? Salakia. So we got that, and exit out of this window right here. Yeah. We're gonna need the blue letter. Yeah, one, and let's go to the text, the Tanakh. So where is it? That word Tanakh. Tanakh is actually it means the Torah, the Tawrah, uh, the prophets, which is the Nabaya Ayim, and the writings, the Kathab, the Kathabium. This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 1. Read, "Speak unto, or the word of the Lord which came to pass unto Hosea, the son of Beri, the days of uh, Isaiah, Jotham, Ahaz, Yahazekiah, the kings of Judah, in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, the king of Israel." So it reads, "The bar Yahweh Ashar Hayah al Hawashai ban Ba'aryah Bayamyah Aziyah Yatham Achaz Yehazakiah Malakiah Yahawada Bayamyah Wabayamyah Yerab Aim ban Yaash Malak Yasha'ala." In the beginning, when he spoke the Lord on unto Hosea, he said the Lord unto Hosea, "Go, take thou a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, because harlotry, because surely there is harlotry in the land from following after the Lord." Which reads, "Tachalath Dabar Yahweh Ba Hawashai Waya Amar Yahweh Al Hawashai Lakah Kwach Lakah Ashath Zanayim or Zananyim Wayaladya Zananyim Kaya Zana Tazana Ha Rataza Ma'ahoria Yahweh." And that word chol, the root is halal, meaning to pierce, as in to begin. Sometimes it's referenced as the beginning of something, right? Um, right? For example, you eat an apple, you cut into it, and that's the beginning of eating into it, right? So that wife represents the nation of Israel. The children of whoredoms are the acts that the Israelites did when they were placed into the Holy Land, committed various types of idolatry. Baal's mentioned here, and now Baal is a fertility god, right? It's an idol, right? And this was how Israel rebelled, right? Sacrificing the idols, worshiping the creation more than the creator, right? So that's why the Lord said that surely there is harlotry in on the land, right? And the word zana, it means a harlot, but it also means fornication, right? To fornicate. Verse 3 says, and he went and he took unto Gomer, the daughter of the Baal Diblaim. She conceived and brought forth unto him a son. Wayalaka, Wayakwach, Atha, Gamar, Bath Debalium, Wathahar, Wathalad, Lawa, Bun. Hosea 1 and 4, and he said the Lord unto him, call his name Jezreel, because even a little, as in a little time, and I will visit unto the the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and I will cause to cease the dominion of the house of Israel. All right, so that was one of the kings of Israel, Jehu, which in Hebrew is Yahweh, right? Meaning, right, he is Yah, right, or he is the Lord. It sounds kind of off, right? Um, so it reads, "Why Amar Yahweh Al Yahweh Quara Shamwa Yazariah Kaya Iwad Mayat Wa Pakwataya Atha Dunya Yazariah Al Bayath Yahweh Waha Shabbathya Ma Malakath Bayath Yasha'Allah." Right, so this is the Lord. It's basically saying through the prophet Hosea that he's going to cast away the northern kingdom, right? And verse 5 says, and it will come to pass in the day that is, and I will break unto the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel, which reads, Wa haya bayawam ha hawa wa shabartaya atha kwashath yasha'ala ba imak yazariah. Verse 6 reads, and she conceived again and brought forth a daughter. And he said unto him, call her name La'ah Lo Ruhamah, because I will not again anymore um, I be merciful to the house of Israel, because it is lifted up uh, or what is that? Salakia. Says because of transgression, I will take, I will lift, I will lift up unto them, as in take them away, right, into the Assyrian captivity, right. Now that word for transgression is actually pashai, but this is in a figurative sense, right? Um, so it reads Watahar Iwad, Watalad Bath, Waya Amar Lawa, Wara'ah Shama La'ah, Rakama Kaya La'ah, Awasayap, Iwad, Araham, Atabayath Yasha'ala, Kaya Nasha'ah, Asha, Asha'ah, Laham. Verse 7 reads, to the house of Judah, I will be merciful unto them. I will be merciful, and I will deliver them in the Lord, in the Lord their God, and I will deliver them. I will not deliver them upon a bow and upon sword and upon battle, upon horses and upon horsemen, right? Because none of the kings of the southern kingdom were any good, right? They created a golden calf, and they ordained priests that were not of Levitic lineage, and so on and so forth. So it reads, Wa'atha bayath Yahabuda Abraham Waha Hawashai Tayam Ba Yahweh Allahayaham Wala'a Ashayayam Ba Kwashath Waba Harab Waba Malachama Ba Sawasium Waba Parashium. That's prophecy, right? And also because the Lord said that He would always keep a lamp in the midst of Judah, right? That's what He promised David, to always have a lamp throughout his lineage, right? You had particular kings of Judah or southern kingdom that did fared well, right? Hosea chapter 1 and verse 8 reads, and that's in the law too, that the Lord said, "Don't gather horses unto you, don't gather." Right? You read throughout the various accounts, First Kings, Second Kings, Chronicles. The children of Israel never necessarily had fighting weapons or weapons of right swords and things of that sort, because the Lord said, "I am your son and your shield," like it says in the Book of Psalms, right? So it says, Verse 8, and she weaned unto Lo Ruhamah, and she conceived and brought forth a son, which reads, Watha Gamal Atha La'a Rahamah Watahar Watalad Bun. So the son was called, right, Jezreel, right? You have the daughter, which is roughly translated as no mercy, right? And then Gomer bore a son, verse 9, and he said, Call his name Lo Ami, because thou art not my people, and I will not be unto you, as in your God. Vaya Amar, Kwara'a, Shamwa, La'a, Amya, Kaya Atham, La'a, Amya, Wa Anakya, La'a, Haya, Lakam. Verse verse 7, which here goes into chapter 2. We're going to stick with the King James, which is verse 7. Reads, and it will come to pass, the number of the sons of Israel will be like the sand of the sea, or it just says, like the sand of the sea, which are not to be measured and not to be numbered. And it will come to pass in the place which they had said unto them, are not my people, thou art not my people. It shall be said unto them, the sons of the God living. So it reads, Wahaya, Masapar, Banya, Yasha'ala, Kahawal, Hayam, Ashar, La'a, Yamad, Wala'a, Yasapar, Wahaya, Bamakwam, Ashar, Ya'amar, Laham, La'a, Amya, Atham, Ya'amar, Laham, Banya, Allah, Chaya, which is here in America, Babylon the Great. And that's a prophecy, right? You had to have, like it says in the book of Hosea or Isaiah, Lord said that with mother's lips and stammering tongue will I speak unto this people. Why? Because you have the Holy Bible written in various languages, translated, analyzed, scrutinized, like I always say. And now what you have is the revelation of Hamashiach Yahushai, uh, the revelation of biblical prophecy, and who God's chosen people are, right? Which is the 12 tribes of Israel, right? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans of indigenous, Taino, and Negro descent, right? So that's what it's talking about. The fullness of the times, like scriptures say. These are things that Paul the Apostles preached about. Why? Because he was in the ancient Roman Empire, and essentially there was a that was the beginning of the Great Awakening. It's not now, right? Because the beginning of that awakening was during the ancient Roman Empire. right? Because you had to have particular things come to pass. Yahweh Shai come on the scene. The Gentiles called according to him and according to the, the words of the prophets of old, right? Uh, so it says, Hosea 2 and 2, and it will be gathered the sons of Judah and the sons of Israel together, and place unto them a head, one, and will ascend from and will be and will ascend from the land, because great shall be the day of Israel. Now that word al means to right, to be lifted up, right? Here it says rise from the ground, but that's not what it's talking about. Neither does it mean they're gonna leave point one head and they're gonna go to damn like these what is that that group called that they went to the Holy Land, right? To pack their bags and they went to Jerusalem. That's not what the Lord's saying, right? Because they said that's what the scriptures say, right? So it says this is verse 8. This is verse 10. Yeah, verse 10. Verse 11. Okay, we went over that. Verse 11. So how are they going to ascend out of the land? It's talking about the deliverance, the great deliverance that's coming via the chariots of the Most High God, the holy angels, the so-called UFOs, UAPs, which are the vehicles of the holy angels. Scriptures say that they themselves are spirits of flaming fire. You're gonna have the fathership, right? And Yahweh Shai delivered the remnant right before the thermonuclear fire hits. First, you got to have Revelation 13:16. All these things come to pass. The main prophecy is the charagma, right? But anyways, what is that? 8, 9, 10. No, 9, 10. Verse 12 reads, "Say unto your brethren, O my people, and to your sisters, she is merciful." Which reads, Amar wa la ach la achyakum amya wa wala achatyakum rachama. That's what we're saying through the Spirit, right? Calling back the remnant, right? Filling them with the this spiritual with the understanding, right? The understanding is what that the Lord is going to bring an end to America Babylon Great via nuclear fire. The charagma, right, is going to come. You're going to have what in that day? Martial law, FEMA camps, right? The great downfall of this wicked kingdom, right? You're gonna have the remnant. You're gonna have 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans take the charagma, right, in their right hand and their forehead. You're not gonna be able to buy or sell, right? You're gonna have Jake making all kind of excuses, right? And then after they take it, the Yahweh Shai is gonna return, and they're not gonna be able to repent from that, right? The Lord is gonna rain fire and brimstone out right after that. And the chariots, right as soon as the missiles hit, the chariots are going to deliver the remnant. Not all Israel, right? Because 2/3 are not going to receive the knowledge of biblical prophecy. They're not going to call upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in the time of Jacob's trouble, right? They're not going to seek his word while it still may be found, right? Hosea chapter 2 and verse 12, 13. So now we're saying, right, to Jake, you're an Israelite, right? To the sisters, the Lord is accepting you now. You were once called a harlot. You were once, you know, you didn't know about the prophecies, but now is that time, right? Verse 13 says, "Contend upon your mother, contend with her, because she is not my wife, and I am not her husband. And may she turn back her harlotries from from before her, and her adulteries from between her breasts." Which reads, Rayabwa Ba'amkam Rayabwa Kaya Haya La'a Ashathia Wa Anakia La'a Ayasha Watasor Zananya Mapanya Wa Naap Paya Mabayan Shadia. Right, so the mother is the nation of Israel, right? It's not necessarily just the northern kingdom, although it does reference the northern kingdom in chapter 1, this is chapter 1 still, right? Black, yeah, just bear with me. So the mother is the nation of Israel, right? The Lord is saying, she is not my wife. I am not her husband, right? To put away from her harlotries and her whoredoms from between her breasts, which is what we're saying now. We're saying, come out of this current society, which is full of unrighteousness, right? It's against everything that the Lord said, right, not to follow after, right? So that's what we're doing. We're contending with the nation of Israel, right? What's that, verse 14? Slack, yeah. I know this kind of confusing. Verse 14 says, lest I strip her naked and place her like unto the day which she was brought forth, and I place her like a wilderness, or Salakit, and I make her desolate like a wilderness, and place unto her like a land dry, and she may die of thirst. Which reads, Pan apashiat na iroma waha tazagdaya kayawam halada washamathia kama dabor wa shatha ka rataza tazaya wahamathia ba tazamaa. Verse 15 says, and to her children I will not be merciful because they be children of whoredoms. They wa'atha banya la'a araham kaya banya zananyam hama. Right? So it's not always super deep. The last verse doesn't necessarily mean anything super deep, right? The Lord's just saying, plead with the nation of Israel, right? Lest he destroy them, right? And disown the children, meaning he's going to condemn their works, which is what we're doing, right? Because they're like the wilderness, right? They like the wilderness. I believe that's the book of Jeremiah. It says that uh, the Lord called the nation of Israel. He said that they were like Slovakia. Just having some technical difficulties. But anyways, let's get back to the lesson. The Spirit of the Lord. So let's look that up. It's in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah. Uh, that's Jeremiah chapter 2 and 24. Let's look it up in the NIV or the King James. Jeremiah 2 and 24. Start at verse 23. How can thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baalim. So see thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways. It also reads, verse 24, a wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffeth up the wind uh, after her at her pleasure, her occasion, who can turn her away. All they that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month they shall find her. Right? Let's look at the various translations. The NIV says, a wild donkey accustomed to the desert, stiff in the wind in her craving, in her heat, who can restrain her? Any males that pursue her need not tire themselves. At mating time they will find her. Right? So let's go back to the text, which says, right, so the Lord said, else I strip her naked, leave her in the day she was born, make her like a wilderness, let her die of thirst, so on and so forth. Hosea 2 and 16 says, because harlot is their mother, and shame she has conceived them. Shamelessly she has conceived them, because she has said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink. Which is what you see today. I mean, Jake will sell out for the damn Happy Meal, right? As long as it fills up your belly, right? There's no faith, right? Jake wants shiny things, right? Uh, um, so that's what it says, that the mother has played the whore, conceived in shame. She said, I will go after my lovers, right? This is what you see Jake doing today. They think the society is going to last. They think the tangible things is what brings um is what completes, what makes life complete, right? Which is really the, like it says in the book of St. John, the desire of the eyes is just that's carnal things. That your body works that way, and that's how the brain functions. You see something, and the brain tells you that it's something desirable, when it's just the desire of the eyes. It's just right things. It comes and it goes, right? So it says, Kaya Zanatha Amam Habayasha Haratham Kaya Amara Alaka Acharya Ma'ahabya Nathanya Lahamya Wama Yamya Tazamarya Wapashathya Shamanya Washakwayaya. Hosea 1 and 17. For so behold, I will hedge about unto your way in thorns. It's talking about the mother. And I will hedge about unto her surrounding. Basically, it says to her hedge. So basically, it's saying I will build around her hedge, and her paths will not be found. Which reads Lakan Hanaya Shaka Ata Taraka Basayaryum Wagadarthaya Ata Gadara Wanathaya Thaya La'a Tamataza'a. Now, with that word Shaka, it just means, it's another way to say to hedge about, right? Because you have the word Saka, which means booth, right? It's basically another way to say enclose, but it just means, or mashak, which means to draw out or draw around. I believe. Let's look at the other cognates. So the Strong's H7753. The root is shawak. You have sawag, meaning to close in, to close out, which is not a cognate. Um, it's either sabka or shabka, which means to entangle. Actually, here it is. Sabka, to intertwine, to weave. Which is really just the same as saka, right? Let's look at that root. Sakah. Strong's H 5521. Thicket, covert, booth, pavilion, tabernacle tent, a booth, a cot made of leaves and branches interwoven. Sakah, to weave together, to hedge in. So it's the same as Sakah, Shakah. Let me check my notes real quick. You have Shakah, meaning to draw out, to draw back, or Shabkah. Let me find that real quick. Meaning a network, a lattice work, an entanglement, or entangle. Then you have Subka, which is Subka, meaning an entanglement, a thicket, a bush, right? Anyways, let's go back to right. That's verse 17. Sayar just means thorns. Kadar is the actual word for hedge. Not that yab, just means path. Right, and this is what the Lord is doing, right? Thorn represents what? An adversary, right? Her walls, right, or her hedge, building up her hedge, meaning the Lord is putting a lot on a lot on these other Jake's plate. You know, that's part of the distraction, right? In order for you to not get this understanding, right? Everything is a false flag event. Everything is a distraction, right? Scriptures say that those that consent unto them shall be had in derision. It's Second Esdras, I believe that's chapter 16. Hosea 1 and 18. Salakia. Salakia, just bear with me. Oh, you know what? I'm already in chapter 2. Okay. So I guess I'll do chapter 2. So Hosea 2, we're on so I'll just title this Hosea 1 and 2. Hosea 2 and 7 says, she shall follow her lovers and not overtake them, not overtake them, and will seek them and will not find them, and will say, I will go and I will return to my husband former, because good it was unto me then than now. All right. What does it say in the book of Jeremiah? That what? We have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Right? Because that nation is Esau, Edom, the other nations, the other philosophies. There's no answers in those things, right? There's more confusion, right? Jake always looking for that answer. Why is this? Why is this happening? Right? Never attaining to it. Right? And this is what the remnant are doing. Now we're saying we will return to seek what the former past. So it reads, Wa radapa atha ma habya wala'a thashayag atham wa bequashtham wala'a thamataza'a wa amara alaka wa shawaba al ayashya ha ra'ashan kaya tawab laya az ma'aitha. Verse 8. She did not know, because I gave unto her the grain, the new wine, the oil, and silver, which I multiplied unto her, and gold, which she made to Baal. Wahaya la'a yadaya kaya anakya nathatya laha hadagan waha tayarash wahaya tazahar wakasap harabiathaya laha wazahab Aisha la Baal. Verse 9. For so I shall return, and I will take uh, the corn in its time, and the new wine in its season, and I will withdraw the wool and the flax, which was for recovering unto her nakedness. Right? Nakedness represents what? Sin. Right? You have particular coverings that, right? Uh, Christianity, Catholicism, right? False religion, right? They're all a false covering, right? Bowing to a Virgin Mary, a rock statue with Virgin Mary with candles around it. That's not in the Bible, right? With the damn um, rosary, and Jake thinks with these particular um, designer and all that, right? They think that's it, you know, to cover shame, right? So this is what Jake delights in: false covering, actual, you know, materialistic things, right? The Lord is going to take that away, right, when He brings down this society, right? The famine of the word hitting, right? Them eventually, Esau Edom, eventually outlawing the Bible, so on and so forth, right? And then there's going to be the famine of the word and the actual famine, right? So it says, Lakan Ashawab, Wa Lakwakthaya, Deganya, Ba'aitha, Wataya Rashia, Bama Wa'aid Wa, Waha Tazalathia, Tazamarya, Wapashathia, La Kasath, Atha, Iratha. Slakia, just bear with me one moment. Slovakia. So it reads Lakan, Ashawab, Walakwak Daganya, Ba'aita, Wataya Rashya, Bama Wa'aidwa, Waha, Tazalathya, Tazamarya, Wapashathya, Lakasath, Atha, Iratha. Verse 10. And now I will discover unto her foolishness before the eyes of her lovers, and a man will not be able to deliver her from my hand. Wa'atha agala, atha nabaltha, la ayanya, ma'ahabya, wa'ayash la'a, yatazayalna, mayadya. This is what we're doing, right? Prophesying against Esau, Edom, right? The nations, 2/3, right? And which the Lord said, right, that they're not going to get delivered. They don't seek His word while it still may be found. Receive that silent warning, right? Hosea 2:11. And will cause to seize all the joy of her feast days, her new moons and Sabbaths, and um, all her appointed times, right? Which reads Waha Shabbathia Kal Mash Mash Masha Haga Hadasha Wa Shabbatha Wakal Mawa'ida. Right, so again, this is talking about back then, right before the Lord withdrew Northern Kingdom and then cast off Southern Kingdom eventually. But this is mainly talking about Northern Kingdom, right? But again, these things apply to today because you have camps like IUIC that glory in their vast numbers and their marching, which they do for attention. They have what their gimmicks, right? Truth music, Revenue Wolves podcast, which that says a lot, right? The Apostle Paul said that after I come, Revenue Wolves shall enter, right? Not sparing the flock, right? Which is in the form of what? False pastors arising, right? After the servants of the Lord uh, appear to prophesy, right? The uh, the the um the, the message which is playing upon tables, right? So eventually, the Lord He's already exposed these other camps, right, through the Spirit. You got ISUPK fighting with IUIC. You have IUIC uh, um, changing the breakdowns. Bishop Nathaniel. You have him saying that there's an actual place called hell. When hell is a mind state, hell is the grave. You have Great Millstone reprobates, ex Great Millstone members. That now they're saying that all nations can be saved when that's not what the scriptures say. So the Lord is going to cause all that to cease eventually. there are cookouts and all that they have, their lavish Passovers, right? General Johannes 34th Lord's Passover, right? Lord is not dealing with none of that. The truth is not about gimmicks, right? We're given a message and that's it, right? Unless you want to do the work, then you shouldn't even be in a camp, right? If you're in the truth, it doesn't mean that you have to be in a camp, right? But you have to do the work. If you truly believe, you have to do the work. So basically, if you want to do the work, then you join a camp. If you're scared, then just sit back and learn, right? From the true men of the Lord, right? Just sit back, watch the breakdowns, pray that you leave to see the coming of the Son of Man, Hamashiach Yahushai, right? Because these other camps, like IUIC, ISUPK, as soon as you join them, they gotta check your ID, right? Basically, if you're in any camp, you're already on some kind of watch list, right? So if you're scared, don't join a camp. Don't if you don't truly believe, don't preach the word. Simple as that, right? And a lot of these camps are set up, right, full of gimmicks. Basically, the Lord chose men. We don't need women sitting next to those that are preaching the word in lawn chairs like you see other camps, right? Now, if you join a camp to congregate, that's fine. That's on you. We're giving you the spiritual pointers. We can't make it. We can't save you. We're just telling you what the word says, right? If you want to get caught up, right, then get caught up with these other camps. If you want to get the truth, Great Mill Stone, Hebrew Israelite camp, and that's it. There is no well, IUIC, they got some good breakdowns. Hell no. Anyways, Hosea 2 and 12 says, "And I will make desolate her vines and her fig trees, which she has said are a gift, they unto me, which are given unto me for my lovers. And I will make unto them like a forest, and will consume them, the beasts of the field. Waha Shamathia, Gapana, Watha, Anatha, Ashar, Amara, Athana, meaning a gift, A, Thana, gift. Hama, Laya, Ashar, Nathanwa, Laya, Ma Ahabya, Wa Shamathium, La Ya'ar, Wa Akaltham, Hayath, Hashadah." So all that work that these other camps are doing, right? The Lord is building them up in order for them to get embarrassed, right? Bishop Nathaniel, Chief Priest Alisar, General Yahana, these other camp leaders, You ain't shit, basically. Excuse my language, because you're not teaching the truth. You're not teaching the the whole the role, the whole role, right? You're a false prophet. You're false pastors, and your men are a bunch of zombies. And you paid off. You took that tax free status, like a Christian and Catholic pastor, 501c3 contract with the uh with the red man. And this is what the Lord did back then too to Northern Kingdom, right? All the vines, the actual fig trees, right? Jake used that and turned it into evil. You see Jake doing that today with the truth. Hosea 2:13. And I will visit upon her unto the days of Balaam, which she burned incense unto them, and decked it, and decked herself with earrings and jewelry, and her jewelry. So it says, and decked it with her earrings and her jewelry, and she went after them, after her lovers. And to me she forgot, saith the Lord. So it reads, Wapakwa taya alya athayam ya habayalium ashar ta kwatiar laham wata'ad, which that word Ida means ornament. Nazama wa halyatha watalak harya ma'habya ataya shakaha naam Yahweh. The word for jewelry is halya. Hal, that word just means the root, just means to rub, like polished jewelry. Just like that word haratazah means to cut into, right? Like cut, and also means jewelry in a figurative sense, right? So the next part of this chapter reads, the restoration of Israel. It says, therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. Which reads, Lakan Hana Anakya Mapathya Halakthaya Hamadabar Wadabar Thaya al Labah. And that word is patha, to allure, to entice. And this would actually read, and I will cause her to go to the wilderness. I will speak upon her heart. Which is right. The Lord actually did that, right? Allure and bring into the wilderness, meaning Jake was brought into captivity, cast off, and now here in America, Babylon the Great. Now the Lord is speaking comfortably to the nation of Israel, right? Slack it, just one moment. All right, Slack it. So that's happening now, right? Starting here, this is future prophecy, right? But there's these things, particular things that you can apply to today. Verse 14 says, Hosea 2 and 14, for so behold, or verse 15, and I will give unto her vines from thence to the valley of Icar for a door of hope, and she shall sing there like unto the days of her youth, and like unto the days which she came up from the land of Egypt. Wa nathathya laha atha koramya masham wa atha imak ikar la patach takwa wa inatha shama kayamya nayara nayarya wakayawam ilatha ma rataza matazarium. That's talking about the truth becoming fruitful, right? That door of hope, right? That new song, right, which represents the remnant singing, as in the days of right, since the days in which the children of Israel were brought out of Egypt. They sang songs of rejoicing right after that, right? There's particular precepts on that, right? Song of deliverance, right? But this is the final song, right? The final admonition, right? Hosea 2:16, and it will come to pass in the day that is, saith the Lord, thou shalt call me Ishi, and will not call me unto me any more Baali, Wahaya, Bayawam, Hahawa, Naam Yahweh, La Kwara Ayashya, Wala'a, La Kwara Laya, Iwad, Baalia. Meaning what? We have the Lord's name, right? It's no more, right? Lord, Abba, or our Father, like we used to say in the world, right? Or Jehovah, Yahweh, right? That signifies what? Ayashia means husband, my husband. When you have a husband, you know what he likes, you know personally, you know his preferences, right? It's more personal than Lord, which is Baal. Hosea 2:17, and I will turn back unto the names of Baal from her mouth and will not be remembered anymore um, by those names. They shall not be remembered anymore uh, by those names, right? So it reads, Wahasarthaya Atha Shamath Habayalium Mapaya Wala'a Yazakarwa Iwad Bashama. Right, so it's not Padre, it's not Yo Play Yogurt, right? Like ISUPK said, you could call the Lord anything. Yo Play Yogurt. IUIC said it doesn't matter what you call the Lord, which is blasphemy. Hosea 2:18, and I will cut with them a covenant in the day that is, with the living of the field, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and the creepy things of the earth, and the bow and sword, and and the battle I will break from the earth, and I will cause them to and I will cause them to lie down securely. It reads Wa Karathia Laham Baryath Bayawam Ha Hawa Im Hayath Ha Shaddai Wa Im Iwap Ha Shemayim Wa Ramash Ha Adabah Wa Kwashath Wa Harab Wa Malachama Ashabar Man Ha Ratazah Wa Ha Shakabtayim Labatak. So what is that talking about? The Lord is make will make a covenant with them with the beasts of the field, the fowls of the heaven, with creeping things of the ground, breaking the bow and the sword, bad way of the earth. That means what? When the remnant get delivered, they're going to receive spiritual power. They're going to be placed back into their own land, into the Holy Land, Jerusalem, right? The beast, the lion, that's not going to have any effect towards us in that day. The bow, the sword, battle out of the earth. It says in the book of Ezekiel that we're going to burn the weapons of war. The sword, the battle, or the bow and the sword, the Lord is going to do all that away with after the Third World War, which is prophesied in the book of Revelation, right? The third woe. Make him to lie down safely means what? The book of Ezekiel says that the child will play with the asp. They're going to dwell in the woods in safety, right? Hosea chapter 2, verse 19. And I will betroth thee unto me forever. And I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercies. Which reads, Wa arash dayaka laya la iwalam, wa arash dayaka laya batazadak, waba mashapat, waba chasad, waba rachamyim. Hosea 2 and 20, and I will betroth thee unto me in faithfulness and in knowledge, and thou shalt know unto the Lord. Wa arash dayaka laya ba amawana amana wa yedaitha atha Yahweh. And that's pretty much self-explanatory, right? This truth be made manifest. The understanding going out through the power spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakwadash, right? Thanks to who? Our elders at Great Bill Stone, Hebrews like camp that have been laboring for decades and decades and on decades, telling you the same thing over and over. Repent and seek the Most High God while he still may be found. Call upon his name, right? Seek the word, receive the understanding, right? And watch the prophecies unfold. Hosea 2 and 21 reads, And it will come to pass in the day that is, I will answer, saith the Lord, I will answer unto the heavens, and they shall answer unto the earth. Wahaya bayawam hahawa a aina naam Yahweh a aina ta hashemayim waham ya aina ata ha-ratazah. What does that mean? That the Lord is gonna that he's gonna answer. And he's gonna answer the heavens. They're gonna answer to the earth. Meaning he's gonna put that spirit in us to cry out, to prophesy. He's gonna hear us, right? that prayer is gonna go up, and then he's gonna send the holy angels, right? Like in the account of the Sodom and Gomorrah, right? The Lord sent his messengers and he said, go check out what's going on. That's what the Lord is doing, right? Because the chariots are there, right? The truth is here, right? The camps are everywhere. The cat's out the bag, right? Hosea 2:22, and the earth shall answer unto the corn, unto the grain, and unto the new wine, and unto the oil. They shall answer unto Jezreel. Because we got the oil, we got the doctrine, we got, right, we got the nourishment, right? That's what grain does. Corn, it's for nourishing. Slack it, just one moment. All right, Salakia. It's a little technical difficulty. Hosea chapter 2, verse 23, which is the last verse. And I will sow her unto me upon the earth, and I will be merciful unto her which has not uh, had mercy. And I will say unto those that are not my people are thou. And he will say, my God, as in thou art my God. Just talking about the remnant, right, of the Israelites, right? 2/3 are going to take that thing. Revelation 13:16, right? Right hand in the forehead, right? The remnant the Lord is coming back for, right? Uh, so it says, and I will sow her unto me in the earth, meaning what? That the elect are going to be basically, they're going to be, in the book of Revelation, it says they're going to be reaped, as in taken by the chariots. To the one that has not had mercy, and to the one that was not called my people, basically, that's talking about the remnant receiving the understanding. To call upon Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. This was Hosea chapter 1 and 2, going into the Hebrew. It's Brother Yatazadak here of Israel. And as always, giving honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Lord, when we were ratified, and Kwame Asha'Allah, Abad Babal, Shalom, Shalom to the hopefully elect, starting with the 144,000, then a great multitude. Abad Babal, Shalom. Let me read the last part. Wa Zaraithaya, Laya, Ba'arataza, Wa Rahamtaya, Thala'a, Rahama, Wa Amarthaya, Lala'a, Amya, Amya Atha, Wa Hawa, Ya Amar, Alahaya. Shalom.